Hello,
Welcome,
yeah,
everyone.
we're actually playing Kameo,
Welcome,
Elements of Power.
We're actually playing the game, yeah.
I want like...
Wait. Yeah, that's the old title.
Yeah, it's the old intro.
Yeah.
I love it. To be fair...
The Xbox 360 was a very impressive thing to have.
The Xbox 360
And
is...
ours didn't break.
Oh my god, it's actually fetching my info.
Yeah, and ours didn't actually break until like 4 years? 5 years
Yeah, it
almost?
lasted a decent amount of time, then it red ringed.
Yeah.
Now we've got 2 of them.
The story about how it, the whole red ring situation is actually incredible, and it's actually one of the few times I remember people saying this guy did a good thing, in that like it could potentially cost us millions to sort of fix this issue, but if we leave it too long, it'll cost us even more millions in people suing you or repairs and such. And he's like, fix it immediately, and they just basically threw as much money as they needed to fix the problem, which was basically. They wanted to keep the Xbox 360 smaller than the Xbox.
It was a heating issue,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but the way they set up their system meant there was a heating issue.
Yeah, because it like, overheated one of the chips.
Yeah, so they actually had to figure out a solution whilst keeping the Xbox 360 the same size.
You see,
that's what the Xbox was so big, because they made the Xbox jam-packed full of stuff. Even the controller was basically, we just didn't want to kick out any ideas, so we just put every idea we wanted into it.
I actually loved it.
And they had the power cord thing, that giant chunky thing we have next to our Xbox One.
Yeah,
That was...
That's got me 0 gamer points.
Yeah, that was inside the Xbox.
Oh.
Because they had enough space left over after somehow shrinking a PC down into an Xbox.
If you don't like bright lights, don't look at the screen when that happens. That was bright.
Oh,
That weren't the bright bit.
no, Rare's logo here.
Oh. You mean...
It's better than their third logo variation. Their third logo is terrible. Their Kinect era logo.
Wow. This game
You know what? It
doesn't actually look...
does.
Her
Other than it being a bit jaggy, in terms of its, the angles are rather sharp.
Yeah. I'm gonna say,
For instance, at a distance, it looks amazing.
at a distance it looks fine.
And
It's
even-
just when you look
and
at her
even-
face up close.
And even close up, the sort of colours of the characters look amazing.
Yeah. To be fair, it was mostly her face that looked a bit...
Again, this was an Xbox 360 launch title, so it's not going to be... It's going to have some issues with it, as launch titles generally do.
Request. Oh.
Please enter a name for your saved game.
Wow, it's even coming up with the old kind of everything.
Yeah, wow. This is a... Given the Xbox 360 was only the previous gen, I shouldn't say this is such a nostalgia trip, and yet it's been almost 10, 11 years now.
Oh, come on, is it raining?
Yeah, you didn't know.
I didn't want it to rain because I've got to go clear up dog poo.
Ah.
I wanted it to be sunny. So the reason I didn't do it straight away is because I was like, oh, it's freezing. I want it to warm up or my hands will drop off.
It's been raining all night.
I knew it rained all night, but that wasn't this morning. Opening scene, I have armadillo.
I didn't know. I
Punch.
thought you only had 2 of them at the start.
No, you start for 3 of them. The 3 kind of like the most basic ones.
Okay.
Ooh, options.
Options.
Thank you.
No sound changing. Well, we're just gonna have.
Change brightness.
We're just gonna have to hope that it's all right in terms of the sound.
It's not well.
Yeah, I never knew Kameo actually had a multiplayer.
Trolls look bad and smell worse, but boy, they.
High among the clouds.
See, clouds look really pretty.
No, it's basically talking about plot. She's jealous because of some god gift powers or something. Brings back evil troll that they sealed away.
Yeah, it's,
Or orc, I don't know. He kidnaps gods.
I think Kameo was a good idea for a launch title. Like,
Yeah.
like new character. The only problem I could say is that they didn't actually follow it up, despite plans to.
I think they should have.
They
I don't know how it ends,
They had plans to make a Kameo too,
but
although they were originally planning a more realistic design for Kameo of the second game because of the general audience of the Xbox 360, which I thought kind of went against the overall idea of Kameo, what Kameo serves. Because it's the whole point of Rare, it seems to really be making Nintendo games for the Microsoft system.
Sevencon, yeah. And to be fair, I don't know how you would make this more realistic.
Does seem a bit loud on TV now.
Turn it down a little bit.
I'll turn it down a little bit. Ooh.
Turn it down to 6. Oh yeah, I remember you could impale enemies on spikes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think this was, this should have been an IP that Rare actually followed up, really. But then again, I think
There's a lot of things they should have done.
I think Connect Sports kind of detracted them from a lot of it. No.
Whee!
I mean, it was their
Hello.
choice. It was their choice to make, Connect-based games, but it's like, I think
Come on.
it kind of would be
Where did
better
he go?
for
Oh,
them to.
he just died. Okay.
Your major ruin form.
I mean, let's think of what IPs they actually followed up with in the Xbox 360. They followed up Perfect Dark with Perfect Dark Zero, even though it's a prequel.
I'm just gonna explore because I'm certain there's something.
They made a third game in Banjo-Kazooie series, which everyone knows and loves.
Oh wow, you actually don't even have to go up the ramp. Good job. Cyclone, what was that? Oh yeah, it's spinning around. Oh Jesus. Don't do it in cramped spaces.
They made a new entry of their Jetpack series, which was a surprise.
Whee. I know where to go, by the way. I'm just messing around because... I mean...
Did they make another game in any of their series? They had a new Banjo-Kazooie,
They didn't
new
make
Perfect
Jet
Dark,
Force Gemini.
and new Jetpack. No, I meant of their
Right.
sort of games they followed up with Xbox
Also,
360.
right, can I
And
just say,
their
one thing
new
I really
IPs
liked was how you could see Kameo inside Delight Spirits. I mean, this is just one of the most ridiculous things.
Makes it kind of like Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah, it basically is. Let's have a look. What am I doing?
So they
again?
followed up 3 of their IPs on the Xbox 360, and then the other games they made were 3 new IPs, because they made Kameo, Viva Pinata, which was actually the one game they actually,
Whee.
the IP they focused the most on was actually Viva Pinata.
Come on!
Because there
Oh,
are
really?
there are 4 Viva Pinata games.
Ugh, why?
There's Viva Pinata, a direct sequel to Viva Pinata, a Viva Pinata Pie game, although I don't know if they actually made
Oh,
that,
come on.
and there's a DS Viva Pinata game.
Right, yes, I know what you can do.
You have to go through this. It is the beginning.
Right. So the main reason you get given this guy at the beginning is because he's rain. And what's Storm
Despite
again?
being a giant yeti.
Well, it's because he just throws ice at people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know how to
Change
do that as well. There's this miracle called pressing buttons. I remember how to deal with these guys as well. They run under there and like try and cowardly attack you. But
you can't one of the characters flip them over.
ow, okay, that
They got
did not
spikes.
work. You held underneath them. There we go.
I do love the sounds of Pummleweed.
It's just the way.
In
like,
fact, Pummleweed's general
Just look-
design. I just generally like the design of Pummleweed.
he's so stuck up.
Yeah.
Don't defend me. There we go.
Ooh, brutal.
Yeah. And then
Kids game. Impale the guy on your back.
I can. Come back here.
But yeah, I don't think Red did really too badly moving on to the Xbox and Xbox 3 systems. I think people tend to exaggerate,
Right.
how bad things got per se. Because I think it only kind of proved detrimental when Rare
They
ended
just
up
exploded.
Rare ended up focusing on Kinect games. But from what I've generally heard, they were the better Kinect games available.
Oh Jesus.
And
I find to be. Yeah.
like,
Right.
because
I
a
was
lot
just
of
gonna say, I find running around as actual Kameo easier than running around as most of the spirits.
Well, yeah, I think that's the point of being
Bam.
able to run around as her. Most of the spirits are there for combat, whereas for the regular play, it makes more sense.
Trust me, some of them are most definitely not there for combat. Stay. You've given me no choice. I must spin to win,
That actually worked.
and I cannot control myself at all. What is going on? Oh God, I've set fire to the floor.
Just that tiny little patch of floor.
Eh. Eh,
Well, he threw a bomb at your feet. Yes, he
did.
did.
and I just do not care.
Literally.
Oh, I think I'm supposed to knock these over to stop the enemies from spawning or something.
But yeah, I do think people exaggerate the sort of rare situation with Microsoft because I don't think their game output was really that bad.
What's that?
And it's always followed that same sort of theming. They basically were just there making Nintendo games for a Microsoft system.
Yeah. Oh, he's stuck on me.
The only games that aren't specifically Nintendo in nature were their FPS games. You know, because Nintendo never really ever made an FPS game other than the
Stay still.
other than the like Super
Oh, the
Scope.
Psycho
I guess you could count the Super Scope.
Jesus, help me!
titles.
Is he dead? Jesus Christ, just die! Yes, I know. Oh, thank you for being. I literally.
Oh yeah, it's L2 and R2 to attack the problem with. Dear gosh, that guy has so much health.
Goodbye.
Brutal carnage! What is this, become Killer Instinct all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's like your combo meter. It's how they measure how much you've murdered.
But yeah, I'm a little disappointed that they well for me.
Oh wow. Okay, so don't do that.
The Jet Force Gemini game is sort of sequel was never actually made, but I think in general when it comes to the fact that Rare is on the Xbox systems, I think it makes more sense if they don't make shooting-based games.
Right.
Given that, you know, most of Microsoft already covers that. So it kind of makes more sense if they actually made more games like Kameo or more platformers like Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer and such.
I forgot
or
the camera
Conquer-
angle in this
Conquer-
game is not always the best, because certain areas you can't
Though
change
honestly,
it.
after playing Legend of K, this looks much better on my eyes. Like,
Oh yeah.
the camera angle isn't nearly as...
You can control it.
Yeah, it's
very.
not... You're not having to fight against it. It's just not... It's not always positioned well enough,
Yeah.
as it were.
Sometimes you
Like,
can't.
sometimes you have to move it more than you should do, but you can move it. That's the thing. It's moving.
No.
And on an impressive note, you have to change characters very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the history of how Kameo came to be is, you know, it's
No, you cannot.
it's actually
jump
more
with
impressive when you take into consideration the bumpy ride Kameo had.
Jesus Christ! Stop this.
I mean,
you see, right? Hold on. Before I get to the. Sorry, I keep interrupting you, but.
oh no, you interrupting me makes sense because you're
Right.
actually putting input. You know, talk.
You've seen how bad I am with Ancient Ruin, I assume, and the fact that I literally cannot control him for the life of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, this is the reason why I'm bad against the water boss, because the whole thing relies upon using Ancient Ruin.
I thought you'd rely on one of your more newer spirits for that point.
Well, you have to use Ancient Ruin first, and then you have to swap to weird water tentacle monster.
That'd be an interesting thing to get to.
That's how you kill him, by the way. You just launched him off into the abyss. Now, I can't remember. Do I have to kill that guy to stop him from spawning more enemies, or do I just brutally murder
To be
him?
honest, I can't remember this exact moment. Like, I remember most,
I can.
I remember most of the starting area, but I can't remember this part. Okay.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hit them eventually.
Yeah, because, you know, shooters are dime a dozen on Microsoft systems, whereas, you know...
Off the cliff. Oh, hell.
So as much as I'd love a new Jet Force Gemini game, it made sense not to have that as, like, a focus. But, I mean, you think of the games that Microsoft brought out, you know, was there anything like Viva Pinata on the Xbox systems?
Thankfully, there wasn't. Unfortunately, there
So
is now.
Rare was filling in that niche,
Uh,
which they did through their style of
Oh,
games.
I know what I do now. Quickly, though. Let's break these.
Which, when you get down to it, is basically a very
Boom.
Nintendo-esque style
Why did it need
of
to
game.
slow down there? Okay, apparently it considers
It's
breaking-
frame rate issues.
No,
Although honestly,
it's doing that quite intentionally, I think. Oh god.
maybe that was the original, you know, where it would have slowed down on the Xbox 360 originally.
Maybe.
And it's because this is much smoother that on the Xbox One it's not showing it.
Oh.
Pummelweed.
Yeah. Birds. Look.
Just birds.
If I remember correctly...
This is very epic and grand music, all things considered. We may have to stop already.
Yeah, we do.
So,
That's a wall.
well, we'll let Rafi get past this bridge, and
Yeah, I knew that was
cheerio,
gonna
everyone! I thought that was supposed to... Okay, punch that guy.
Right, you want me to stop?
Yeah.
There you go.
Cheerio, everyone!
Goodbye!